I'm Sara Whedon. I'm a licensed esthetician, lash artist, and tattoo artist. With open arms, I was a surrogate and I carried a baby full term for a family. My experience was amazing. It was so good that before I was even done with my journey, I was already thinking of doing another one. I had contacted my journey coordinator 3 weeks postpartum, telling them that I was ready for my next one. One thing that stood out was how friendly and down to earth the whole team was, from the intake team to the journey coordinators to literally anybody that you speak to at the agency. I would consider them friends. If I had any problems or questions, I definitely felt like I could reach out to anybody. I never had any hesitation. If I thought it was a stupid question, they never made me feel that way at all. My why for surrogacy is 5 years ago, I lost my husband and we never got the chance to have children of our own. And so that was really hard for me. I knew I wanted to be a mother very, very badly. And it crushed me that we weren't able to do that together. Surrogacy had always been something that I had thought about and heard about, but never really knew if it would happen. A few years later, I ended up getting pregnant. I'm now a single mom to a beautiful 3-year-old, and I absolutely adore her. So thinking back on when I lost my husband and not having children with him, and now having my own daughter, it really opened my eyes to think personally, feeling that way, how other mothers or families would feel getting told no, that they can't have children, or that they're just experiencing the hardships and just the yearning for wanting children. So I decided to just kind of look into it, and then really it just became something that I was almost just destined to do. So at the labor and delivery, I had a remarkable delivery. It was amazing when the baby was born. It was just amazing to see the dad cut the cord, and then the mom was immediately handed the baby for skin to skin. We were all crying in the room. I was bawling, the mom was bawling, the dad was bawling. It was just beautiful. I felt just like this feeling of when my daughter was born, and just knowing that I gave them that feeling was just something that I knew I was meant to do. So for me, being pregnant is just like the best thing ever. I love being pregnant. Pregnancy is easy for me. Carrying a baby for somebody else, it kind of came naturally. The pregnancy was easy, again, just like my own pregnancy, and then just sort of giving it that extra care and love, knowing that the biological mother can't give it herself. So I just felt like I had to give a little extra love for that baby. The medical care while I was pregnant was phenomenal. I used my same OB that I used with my daughter, and the family took care of all the medical expenses and insurance and everything like that. So definitely felt safe and got all the appointments. Oh, the pregnancy was very easy. My first pregnancy with my own daughter was really easy, but the second pregnancy was almost easier, which is crazy to think about, like how. But it was so smooth, barely any morning sickness or anything like that. So it feels great knowing that, so delivering a baby and not bringing it home was one of the parts that I really liked about surrogacy. I got to be the pregnant, I got to see the baby, and I held the baby, but I didn't take the baby home, and I get to go to sleep for a full night, which I love. It's very underrated. When I was first looking into surrogacy, it wasn't about the money. It was all about helping a family have a child of their own, because I know there's really not a price that you can put on that, but the compensation that I did receive was life-changing. We were able to pay off debt. We actually remodeled our kitchen, and we love it. And I actually started a savings account for my daughter. If you're wondering about surrogacy, I think that's your first step, that maybe this is for you, because I always wondered about it, and I didn't know if I would qualify, but it was so easy to just take a quiz and answer a few questions and then even call the agency. Open Arms, I think, is the best, and I'm so glad that I stumbled upon them. So what surprised me most about the surrogacy process was probably the IVF medications. Obviously, that's part of it, and you think you know what's going on, but I didn't realize what you really go through with IVF, with all the medications, everything that your body goes through to prepare for a baby, because your body isn't naturally preparing for a baby. So that definitely surprised me, but going into my next journey, I am excited for it. What excites me most about going into my next journey is that the family that I've already matched with is just amazing. They are so deserving of a baby. They are just so kind and down to earth, and we really just connect. And I would say it's almost like you build a little family with these families. You feel like they were always meant to be in your life. When I was first choosing my first match for my first journey, there were a few things that I wanted in my match. I wanted somebody local. I wanted just like a family that was down to earth, somebody that we connected with, somebody that felt real. And with my first match, they were a heterosexual couple. They were local. They were just amazing people. Yes, I still have contact with the family that I did give birth to. We text on occasions. I was pumping breast milk for them, so I am still sending them frequent shipments of breast milk to help feed their baby, and they send me pictures of her, and it's just so amazing to see that I helped grow a baby for them and helped complete their family. I would definitely recommend Open Arms Surrogacy if you're thinking about being a surrogate or donating eggs. It made me feel good that they've been around for 20+ years. They definitely know what they're doing, and they're just real people. They're not just there to make money. They're actually there to help build families and help bring life into the world.